Alright, Luigi versus Falcon. So yeah, this matchup's actually, I think, pretty even, all things considered. Falcon does have the ability to combo Luigi, where a lot of characters don't, which kind of works against Luigi. I mean, I guess it probably would be Falcon favored, like on paper, but I think like in practice, if the Luigi has a tricky rhythm and doesn't do like unsafe things on shield on approaches, Luigi can do a lot of damage to Falcon. Has really safe and easy edge guards, so even if like Luigi misses, Luigi very rarely compromises their position. It's kind of the big thing. The weakness here is definitely, you know, in the recovery area. That was a really good edge guard by Dylan. The ledge attack lasted just long enough. Just long enough to keep him making the stage. So I was about to say the cheat is having some tough times making calls on the knockdowns. I think should opt for more, instead of hard reads, especially at this percentage, just go for... Oh no! With the missed down air was still enough to KO because of the turnaround on the up B, making Falcon look for the ledge. That's too bad. That is also one of the big drawbacks of Luigi in Melee. Really exploitable recovery, so Luigi's usually have to recover high to at least have a safer recovery, because anyone who knows how to exploit the up B mechanics can definitely make life a living hell. Oh, hard knee, I like it. I like that pressure a lot. That's simple yet very effective. No gentlemen. Oh, he goes for the stomp, but it doesn't matter. Luigi not able to get it up. So he's number 2. Dylan taking a quick lead. We're going to FD, common pick. Luigi doesn't have any real chain throw, but with bad DI on up throw. Ooh, reverse up air. If he got the dash forward facing up air, that could have led into a knee, which could potentially have taken a stop. But he gets double jump into reverse knee. Sorry, knee, stomp double jump into reverse knee. Missed a step, and then there's a ledge attack again. I would have rolled, but it looked like both were effective. Because Luigi, when he has to go straight up, has no way to land on stage, so it's pretty rough. It's usually in situations like that where you want to probably try to look for opportunities where you can air dodge onto the stage instead of trying to play the up B game. Dylan does have a lot of experience against Marth, and there's a lot of parallels between Marth's recovery patterns and Luigi's. The major differences, though, are that because Luigi's floatier, usually rolling from the ledge is a little bit harder, and he doesn't stick his hand out quite as much when he up B, so it's harder to it's basically easier for Luigi to sweet spot against most people's edge guards than Marth's, but the fact that the hit has static knockback on the up B is the big reason why Luigi's recovery is generally regarded as worse. Marth just has a larger hitbox that's a little bit more threatening. And of course, better horizontal mobility when recovering. Where Luigi's is pretty poor unless he uses 4B to compensate, and has a double jump. With no double jump, it's pretty bleak. He has a double jump. Could not find a way to get underneath them. In situations like that is where I think the general wave dash up smash approach is really strong, and they forfeited their double jump because that is going to be more effective at stopping anything that Falcon wants to come down with. Because the head invincibility gives them really high priority. Up tilt also can be really strong too. And at that percentage, there's the chance that it might have fallen out of the combo, potential combo, but it still probably would have been worth exploring. But instead, he conceded all that space and ended up losing a stock for it, but still, he's got the lead right now. And he had him. Luigi's grab box in his center is really good, so reverse grabs for Luigi are actually pretty common. Same with Falcon. All the characters that have short grabs tend to actually have really large grabs basically near their center. So booty grabs or butt grabs, as people have come to know them, tend to be really common with those characters. Bad DI in the knee, that puts him in a lot. Oh, really bad position, and it got locked out, and Dylan wasn't able to recover, and so the cheat able to steal a game with a 1-1. Cheat stealing games, cheating the game, the cheat. Dylan takes him to Battlefield. Battlefield is theoretically really good against Luigi because Luigi can't ride the wall, so there's less places to tech on recovery. But the platform game is generally really good. Like the on-stage presence for Luigi is actually really strong here. I feel like if Luigi's really hate Battlefield, it would only just be for recovery, which means that they just need to work on their neutral a little bit more. Because ideally, if you play a flawless neutral, you shouldn't need to worry about recovering as much. And the platforms work really well for Luigi here. And with edge guarding, even though he can't ride the wall, the opponents can't either. So that means his back airs become that much more effective. Ooh, nice up tilt. That's a nice box behind him, especially to cover anything out of shield that Dylan was looking to do. Oh, nice. Slides off the edge and baits out that down air. Right now the cheat having some pretty strong neutral game right now. And, oh, nice DI. Escaped the air wobble, but unfortunately still had to carry him too low to be able to recover. So kind of shoot your poison. Do you go low and hope that you might be able to make it back, or do you or do you just eat the hard, hard air wobble into knee? So we're back even again. Dylan going for that knee double jab shield pressure. I really, really like it. Something that I don't think it's something that I think people would want to do, but most of the time people will try to challenge you usually after the jabs in some way. They'll either mash out grabs or they'll try to do some aerial to try to beat out your knee. But when they're really scared of getting hit by that knee, then they'll just drop it. Probably this one. Hey, Steven, can you check to see if you can hear Beat Trump?
Hello. Sound? Hello. Yep.
All right, we're good? Cool.
Our boy Miku of Cocklock. Have you been biased this whole time?
No.
Aww.
I've been neutral.
Come on, dog. There we go. Dang it.
I'm relatively neutral, I'm pretty sure. Mostly giving insights.
Mikey has actually taken 1 set in history off Dylan. Lifetime, maybe Dylan's taken like 10 off him.
Oh, so they don't play that often?
10's quite a bit, isn't it?
Not really, not anymore. At least. For how long they've been running these? Like we've had, this is our what, 45th SPC?
Well, counting Smash Labs too, I'd say over 100, maybe 150 events.
Yeah, and then only 10, so like 10% of the time. So that means that either G's not making it far enough, or they just aren't both at the same time.
Or they might be so long ago that I don't remember the sets they played. But I'd say of recent memory of the past 6 months, they've played like 10 times.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's the case.
Do you remember your the sets you played like 5 years ago against like Vector Man and Axe and your set counts with them? It tends over time it blurs, goes away.
I mean, I remember my set counts against Vector Man specifically, because
really?
I didn't lose to him. But with Axe 5 years ago, yeah, I would win like 1 set, but then he would beat me in grands or something like that at most. Otherwise, he would just double eliminate me.
Were you #1 in AZ when he came up?
It's weird because at the time when Brawl was out, there wasn't really an active PR. Or at the time where I thought I might have been the best in the state, no one was really caring. So.
Forward was the best before you, right?
Yeah, Forward was generally the best, and then Wobbles started beating him. And so we had this kind of trifecta thing, but Forward was generally regarded as the best still.
It's weird. I've actually never seen in my entire life a Wobbles versus Forward set.
Oh, there should be a few still recorded back from back in the day.
Is it Falco Ices or?
Yeah, usually Falco Ices.
It's actually pretty interesting. Where did Wobbles come from? Was he just good out the gate, or did he put some time into
No,
it?
he put a lot of work, a lot of time. He lost to pretty much everyone when he first moved here. At least all of my core friends.
Was he actually a smasher before he came here?
Yeah,
He was?
yes. He was just a smasher from Texas and found people on Smash boards and went and played with them, and then got bought by them, and then they invited me to come play him, and that's where we met.
Yeah, you two were fucking homies.
Yeah, dude. Wobbles is pretty much the greatest human.
I think Joffrey Miller says that I've said those same words because he like idolizes the dude for this commentary, right? You can see how Jim's commentary kind of reflects Wobbles. And I think his exact words.
Well, Wobbles always jacks my words, so that makes sense. Wobbles jacks a lot of my phrases.
Jim's exact words was, "Wobbles is my favorite human being."
That sounds about right.
He's got a fan club.
I mean, he should be. I mean, he's a beautiful man. No homo. Maybe a little homo. If he gave me the time of day. Just kidding. He wouldn't.
You got any insight on where the rage comes from? On occasion when he loses.
Specifically, it was the Silent Spectre match. That's like really the only time I've ever really seen him. Or not the only. That's the first time I've ever seen him like get really, really upset after a loss like that.
You haven't seen the Summit set?
I've seen the Summit one. That's why I said the first time. First time was against Silent Spectre at Mango Juice. Just things just weren't really coming out right for him. Yeah, he threw his controller, and Waffles, of course, makes everything bigger.
Does it stem from something in the game, or is
no,
it personal?
it's personal.
Like, okay.
Yeah, at least that's what he says. From listening to him, I'd say that's mostly true. I think it is still the game. I've never really seen him throw his controller.
Just on a regular basis, yeah.
Yeah, like it usually has to be. It's usually somehow involved with playing Melee, and then just things not coming out the way that he wants.
I think it has to do with his mood a lot, because I've seen him plenty of times he loses in a very disheartening way against Falcons or whatever the fuck, and he just takes like a champ. I don't know, but
yeah, he's been working and taking a lot of strides on improving his attitudes, mentality, and tempering his mood.
Sometimes it still comes out. You can't get rid of all of it.
Yeah, in situations like Summit where he had other people counting on him.
Really? Was that?
Yeah, because it was in a cruise.
Oh,
where that happened. It wasn't just like a singles match. Like it was where like people he was kind of expected to do, or he put extra pressure on himself to want to do better, and when things weren't going his way, he got obviously frustrated.